Guys, all of my students, good morning to you. Happy Monday. Listen, I know that's a phrase that you're probably not going to hear many times out of my mouth, but happy Monday, all right? Just wanted to give you guys another little Monday morning devotion, just to start your day off right, to start your week off right, and let's be honest, to kind of start my own week off right, because I love doing this for you guys. God is just putting things on my heart and my mind, and I want to share them with you, and hopefully, I can stay motivated myself and keep these Monday morning devotions going. All right, so what I wanted to talk about today is the gospel, and I wanted to kind of give it a little title here, that the gospel, it's not just a starting place or like a placeholder in your life, but the gospel is for all of our lives, all right, everything. So imagine, if you will, that we all have like this file cabinet of life, okay? And or if you're me, it's just like Google Drive, because through distance learning, Google Drive has become my all-encompassing file cabinet. All right, and you have tons of files, you have tons of folders, and again, I just kind of dive into this whole distance learning, and I have become uh, really borderline OCD with how I do my process with distance learning. And I have a newfound respect for people with great digital organizational skills, because I've had to learn to even organize greater than I could imagine. So I digress. All right. So in your life, you have files for everything. Okay. You have a file for your friends, you have a file for your family, you have a file for sports, all right? You got a file for favorite movies and TV shows, and you got a file for Starbucks. If you're anything like me, all right, I can have a praise the Lord right there, file for Starbucks. And I'm sure you guys have files and folders for Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. And I can't even believe I said the phrase TikTok. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what TikTok is for. I have never used the app, and I've seen commercials. I don't know anything about it, but I just know that a lot of you guys probably do. So there you go. You have all of these different files and folders. And if I'm being honest, I think we can probably all agree it can get pretty easy at times to literally put our own faith walk inside this filing cabinet in a little folder. It can be easy to put the gospel as one of those many, many files. And we just kind of put it in there, and, we open it up when we feel we need to, or, whether you're feeling guilty about something or joyful about something, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I should do, or that's what I got to try to do. And I think that that's kind of where this whole devotion funnels into, is I want to encourage you guys, and let's be honest, this goes for everyone, me, adults included, to not really just think about the gospel and God's good news as like just one of those files. But guys, the gospel and God's good news, it is the whole filing cabinet. All right, let's try to wrap our heads around that. It is all of Google Drive. All right, I'm talking like the entire Google Drive. Think about if we had that whole filing cabinet as God's good news and the gospel, and that directed how every single one of those folders and files in the filing cabinet was understood, and how we reacted to any one of those things. I think it would change a lot of us. Listen, God says He wants the gospel to affect every aspect of our life. God says that He wants the gospel to affect us, to direct us, to guide us in how we pursue everything, how we pursue our friends, our family, your education, my ability as a teacher, and especially how you guys may treat social media. All right, I'm not going to go too deep on that, but I think you know where I could go. Imagine just for a second, I want to pose this question to you. Imagine for a second What would it look like if you truly let the gospel and God's good news affect how you acted on social media and even what you use social media for, whatever that platform may be? Just think about that for a second. Let that sit with you. And I'm sure there's some thoughts popping in your head right now, and maybe we need to act on those thoughts. But guys, the gospel is everything. Gospel is everything. The gospel of God's good news of what Jesus has done for you, of what he's done for me with his death, his burial, and his resurrection. Guys, that is our faith. The faith in that finished work of Jesus Christ. Guys, you can know a peace that surpasses all understanding through the gospel. You can have like a true identity, not your Facebook identity, not your Instagram identity, because it's so easy to just paint something fake up there. But your true who you are identity, and you can know a level of contentment that is just unbelievable through God's good news. And I think you know that this level of peace can bring you even to the end of your days. All right. I'm thinking way far down the road. When that day comes, you can have a level of peace and contentment to know that you will be living with Jesus for all eternity in heaven with his amazing good news. Now to kind of switch it up here a little bit, listen, you guys know what we all deserve, right? Because of our sinful nature, we deserve death. All right. But Jesus gave us grace. You see, he took our place on the cross, right? He took all of our shame. And in this moment right here, this is one of those let it sink in moments, guys. He took it all for us. I know you guys maybe haven't lived as much life as I have, and I know I haven't lived as much life as a lot of people on this earth here. But guys, I can speak so much truth into that. He took it all for you. You guys accept that, love that. All right. In 2 Corinthians 5:21, Paul brings us to this amazing place. Here's the verse here. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. Guys, he took our place. All right, he took our place. He took my place. He took your place so that we can take our rightful place as victors, but not as victims in this world. So that we could be people who are helpful, but not people that are hopeless. All right, guys, so I'm just going to wrap it up. That brings us to a close. Guys, I care about you. I love you guys. I hope you're watching these little devos, and I hope they're giving you something, all right? Something that can start your Monday and your week off right, and that they can just take you to a really good place, all right? I'm praying for you guys all the time. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next devotion.